Hi, I'm going to put a low G on my concert ukulele today. So I thought, well, I might as well make a video and it might help others who also want to put a low G on their ukes. So I think I've got everything I need. Obviously, I've got a low G because to play low G, you need an actual low G string. You can't just detune a normal G. I've got various sets of pliers. Hopefully I won't need those too much. And I've got a set of very small files just in case I need to alter the nut on the uke. Again, fingers crossed, I don't need to do too much work. Okay, this isn't quite just a normal straightforward string change because the gauge of the low G may be slightly thicker, so I may need to do a little bit of adjusting. This is an Aquila new Nylgut. Alright, I'm not 100% sure I want to keep this on here, so I thought I'd just try this today. So let's see what we can do. First job we've got to do is take off the G string. Because I'm not 100% sure about this, whether I'm going to keep it or not, I'm taking the G string off quite carefully so that if I need to, I can put it back on again. Oh, there you are. That's coming away nice and loose with my Jowoom. Hardcore tuner these are. This is a slotted bridge, so I'm going to have to do a knot at the bottom of the saddle down here, and hopefully, there you are, and you can see when I bring that out now, that's got a knot on it. Okay, so it's just going to depend how much, this is all this off here, how much thicker the gauges of the string compared to the one I've just taken off. Almost there. Let's try that. With the slotted headstock, they're not quite as easy just to unravel as the normal tuning pegs. There we go. So one G string removed. You can see now there's the knot. Okay, but I'm going to put that safe for a minute just in case I don't like the new low G or something goes wrong. Right, so I've got the new G string, and first job I'm going to do is tie a knot. Now the way a slotted bridge works is, can you see there is a slot there, and then you tie a knot and the knot goes in underneath. Okay, so this is going to be the first little tricky bit possibly, that I've got to tie a knot, and of course it's a metal string, so I'm only going to be tying it the once. Okay, so pull it through like so. Metal on metal. Now then, I got the pliers over here. So I gently want to hold the string while I pull it. Alright, I'm trying not to squeeze it. I don't know if this knot will fit in here. We'll see. So I'm pulling that with my sweaty hands as tight as I can. There we go. I don't want to snap the string or bend it too much. Right, I can't see me getting it much smaller than that. Let's see first of all if that will fit. So I'm slotting the string now, and hopefully the knot will fit in the gap underneath the bridge. Yes, that's a good start. So that is going to hold it in. I'll bring it in a bit closer. Can you see that the knot and the string is now inside there? Okay, what I'm going to do very quickly, now I know it fits, is I'm actually going to snip that now so that I haven't got a big bit of string sticking at the end of the bridge. Okay, so that is snipped, and we'll pull that knot in once more. There we go, and you can see there's just the tiniest little bit sticking out the end. Okay, now we're going to be in luck here, I think, because looking at this, that's fitting in quite nicely. Let me grab my other glasses a minute just to see. Yeah, and what I'm actually going to do, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take the tiniest, and I mean tiniest, little bit out of this slot here, because obviously I may want to put a high G back in and I don't want it rattling around. So literally tiniest bit, just so that it sits a tiny bit more in there. Because it's a low G, you see the gauge of it, the thickness is a little bit bigger. Let's have a look. Ah, see, now that sits in really nicely now. Okay, so the slot there is just a fraction bigger than it was before. Okay, slotted headstock, so I just want to get the hole so it's in the right position first of all to make it a bit easier, and then thread it through once. You can hear, because it's a metal string, it's already much noisier than the nylon ones. Okay, and I'm just gonna come up at it one more time. So all I'm doing now is just threading it through once more. There's plenty of slack on that string there. I don't need all of this. So once more through. Okay, so there I've double threaded it through there, and when I pull this now, it's done quite a nice neat knot. Okay, so there we go. Can you see that's double threaded through? So when I turn the peg now, fingers crossed, there you are, can you see that? All right, I've double threaded it through there. Fingers crossed it will pull up nice. Okay. Here we go. You just pull this once more through to double, yeah, that's as tight as it's gonna go. I'm making sure that slot is in there, that is still in there. I'm going to switch this to up this time. Okay. You can see. Alright, I'm just doing it now. I'm going to do a little bit more with this, and then I'll start to do it by hand, because the last thing I want to do is snap it as I'm installing it. Actually might be in tune. If it is, it's a miracle. Hang on. Whoa! Hear that? Now that really was a lucky guess. You can hear my other low string over there. So actually, I'm glad I stopped then, because if I'd gone much more, that would have gone too tight straight away. So, one last little job is just to tidy this up a bit. Now, because I double threaded this a moment ago, it means I can quite safely cut it without it unraveling. Okay, so get my little snippers again. Now you can use scissors if you're with the nylon strings, but obviously with the metal ones it's just a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna snip that in there, move that out of the way. Like any other string, it's going to go out of tune. Ooh! So there we go. That really actually was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Tying the knot to go into the slotted bridge. I didn't have to do anything with the saddle, okay? They don't have slots in them. I slightly, let's pull that down, slightly widened that gap there on the net, and it was only a little bit because I may want to put the high G back on, and that's not a bad job of there. So there we go, one concert ukulele that maybe a few minutes ago had a high G on it and now has a low G, and I used the Aquila new Nylgut with a low G, but obviously you can buy just low Gs by themselves as well. There we go, nice, simple, straightforward job. Putting a low G, in this case on a concert, but obviously it'd be the same thing if you're doing it on a tenor or even a soprano. It isn't quite as straightforward as just changing your string because you've got a slightly thicker gauge, and in this case as well it's a wound string. Okay, so it only needed a tiny little bit of tweaking on the net, all right? Everything else, plain sailing. There you go. If you fancy having a go of changing and putting a low G on your ukulele, don't be frightened. It is straightforward. I do hope the video has helped. Be brave. Sometimes what's the worst that can happen? You're going to snap a string. So there we go. Put in a low G on a ukulele. As always, if you've got a comment or a question, pop it below. Give us a like if you've enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thanks for watching.